Our goal was to create a branding communication center at Clemson that would be unmatched in the United States.
Part of what we're committed to in the Clemson MBA program is creating great leaders for the future. And as we move across these concentrations where there are different avenues to achieve that leadership position, I think building great brands is going to be one of those areas that will be in high demand in the future.
It is always exciting to create new programs, and one of the most exciting parts about it is working with our industry partners.
And one of the key things for us was to recruit a board of advisors. And we wanted those advisors to come from brands. I think our program is one of the most collaborative programs of brand communications that we've studied around the country.
Branding and storytelling has always been a part of traditional marketing discipline. But what's changed so much is the way that you communicate individually with consumers, and you build segments now starting with a single consumer and reaching them through these digital platforms.
This degree is focusing on blending the two together, the creative side of storytelling with the leadership side of strategy and operations.
So the need to understand the consumer, respect the relationship the consumer has with a brand from a data perspective and privacy and all the laws associated with that have really blended together to create this kind of what we call new media.
That is the design behind this new concentration.
And today's consumers, especially younger consumers, they really want to see brands that they engage with, they want to see those brands take on issues important to society. How do we approach that in a systematic, strategic way? So that's part of the offerings that students will get in this concentration of MBA learning where it's brand communications driven.
The students will get to work on a real-life project in their final class of Digital Strategy capstone course and work with local companies on a real-life project that they can present at the end to not only their professor, but also our local business partners.
We believe to be a great brand communication center within Clemson and the business school that we've got to look every single year, every semester, every week. How do we get better for our students and for the brands that we serve?
And this content that we'll be delivering will position them very well for the future in any respect and for any industry, any company. So really it's a cross-section of individuals that we want to have creative minds and have the ability to communicate well and know how to use data effectively.
The beauty about digital brand communications is you do not have to have an undergraduate or any kind of background in marketing. We'd like for these applicants to have some business experience so that the classroom could be more relatable to them. They can really implement what they're learning immediately in their everyday work. But it is not a requirement to have any kind of marketing. You could be an engineer, you could be a finance major, you can have any kind of background to be successful in this program.
Clemson is becoming known all over America as one of the top brand communication schools in the country. And as part of our business school, boy, you put that up under an MBA program, you've got something very few other schools in America can offer.
At Clemson, you're not just taught communications and creativity, you're actually taught all of this content around what is the future of digital marketing.
What is our job at helping shape the movement, the forward trajectory of the brand to embrace the customers who are allowing us to be their brand? That's the challenge, and that's what we're doing within the Irwin Center, and we'll be doing more of it now, within this MBA study. It's a great time.